podcast, Learning Curves and Coffee, where we skip the perfection, spill the real, and talk parenting, teaching, and personal growth over a hot cup. I'm Ivory, a mother, entrepreneur, and your caffeinated co pilot through the meltdowns, meetings, and magical moments. Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in per usual. Let me say something that might sound controversial in a world obsessed with performance and achievement. Play is not a break from learning. Play is learning. But somewhere along the way, we started treating play like a reward instead of a necessity. Finish your work, then you can play. And I get it. I've done that too. We want kids to succeed. But what if I told you that play is actually one of the most powerful tools for academic growth? Throughout my teaching experience, and I taught high schoolers, I recall more vividly the times when young people were learning when there were no worksheets or no structured lessons. There was conversation and laughter and imagination happening. And what I saw was peer dialogue, problem solving, language development, collaboration, creativity. Oftentimes, when you step back and let young people engage using their own quote unquote ways of being, you would be surprised what they learn from that. They negotiate, they build, they adjust, they fail, they try again. And all of these things we say we want in our academic settings. And that happens naturally in play. Even at home with your child who is playing solo, you will notice that they are building skill sets as well. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that play supports brain development, executive functioning, which all talked about a couple of episodes ago, emotional regulation, and language skills. And studies have found that children who engage in regular play based learning show stronger long term academic outcomes and are more prone to resiliency and bounce back. So play isn't slowing down learning, it's actually strengthening it. So, I want to encourage you to notice how your child engages in play. Are they building, imagining, moving, exploring? Play reveals how children think and what their strengths are. Except that learning doesn't always look like sitting still and completing a task. That's doing. It's actually not learning, especially for young children who are neurodiverse learners. Movement, creativity, and exploration are a part of the process. And if you ask me, it actually is should be the process. So it's important that we understand that intentional play can protect and prioritize learning. Play is doesn't have to be a reward for learning. It actually can be a tool for learning, right? Here are some ways you can do that. Create space for unstructured play. Not every moment needs to be planned out. Boredom oftentimes leads to creativity. And so I know y'all don't want to hear it, but take those phones away sometimes and allow them to be bored and see what they come up with. Number two, use play to teach skills, as I've just mentioned. Math through games, counting through song, reading through storytelling, problem solving through building things. Follow your child's interest as well. If they love dinosaurs or cars or Elmo or art, build learning around that. I often, Khalil, is into dinosaurs and all the things I just named. So I'm often asking him, well, how do you spell that? Well, and so then, I have required him to spell it for me. And so incorporate it into their interests, right? Encourage social play. Many of our babies who are neurodiverse are often prefer solo play, but playing with other peers teaches communication, cooperation, and emotional regulation, even if it is side play or being amongst your peers. Those skills directly impact classroom and future success. And lastly, reduce overscheduling. I often talk about having a routine, which is essential, but every hour of your day does not need to be planned out, and there should be blocks of your day that have nothing planned, and that is free time for your child to explore. Constant structure oftentimes limits creativity and can increase stress. So there's a balance to that. When we remove play, we don't make kids more prepared, we make them more pressured. Play builds the foundation for learning, confidence, curiosity, creativity, and that's what our kids deserve, and that carries into their academics. So, the next time your child is playing, pause before interrupting. Observe what is coming from that play, what benefits are coming from that play, because in that moment, they may be learning more than you realize. So, until next time, take out 5 minutes of uninterrupted time and play with your child. Have a good one. Bye. Learning Curves in Coffee.